Good morning children. Hope you are all staying safe. And in our previous class, we have seen the poem Blessed My Birth. Written by whom? Written by Rabindranath Tagore. Right. So in our last class, we have seen only first two stanzas. Right. So shall we have a recap of the class? Fine. So we knew that the poet is Rabindranath Tagore. And he is actually a Bengali poet. Okay, fine. When was he born? He was born on 7th May 1861. When did he die? He died on 7th. When did he die? Yes, his death was on 7th August 1941. We knew about Rabindranath Tagore that he is the one who has written our national anthem. It is very famous, right? So, except that, what do we know about him? What did we learn in our previous class? Yes. So, he is a short story writer. Not only the person who has written our national anthem, he is also a short story writer. He is an essayist. He is a song composer. Also, he is a painter. Did you all understand? Okay, so he had played so many roles in his life, and finally he died on 7th August 1941. Okay, fine. So in our first two stanzas, what did he say us? In the first stanza, he says us that he feels proud to be in this country. In the whole poem, he mentions that he feels proud to be in this country. He feels like he is he says us that he feels proud to be in this country. So in the first stanza, he said us that his birth is blessed. Why? Because he was born in this country. And in the next line, he said us that he feels proud about his life. He feels blessed to live this life. Why? And he is mentioning the motherland as his mother, and he says us that he loved his mother. So which means that he loved his motherland. And in the next stanza, he says that he doesn't even bother whether this motherland is rich or poor. He doesn't want to know that he lives in a rich country or a poor country. But he knows that he loves his motherland and he wants to be in the shade of his motherland. Right? Did you all understand? So the first stanza, he says that he feels blessed to be in this country, and in the next line he said us that he feels blessed about his life because he loved his mother. And in the next stanza he said us that he doesn't even bother whether his motherland is rich or poor, but he knows that this motherland is giving him a relaxation of being born in this country, and he feels relaxed, he feels safe in this country. He wants to be in the shade of his mother. And shall we go on with the third and fourth stanzas? And before entering into the stanza, let's see the hard words from this two stanzas. So the first word is grow. Grow. G-R-O-V-E. Grow means group of trees. Grow means group of trees. And the next one, die. T-H-Y. Die means yard. Actually, this die is the oldest form of yard. Okay. Die means oldest form of yard. So grow is group of trees. Die means yard. Okay, children. Did you understand? Shall we move on with the third and fourth stanzas? Okay, fine. So, let me read the stanzas once. Just listen very carefully. So, I know not in what grow blossom flowers that madam this soul with such sense. I know not the sky where the sun rises with such sweet smiles. Listen very carefully, ma. I know not in what grow blossom flowers that madam this soul with such sense. I know not the sky where the sun rises with such sweet smiles. Fourth stanza. My eyes were first opened in thy sight, and they will be closed finally upon that very sight. Let me read once again. My eyes were first opened in thy sight, they will be closed finally upon that very side. Got it? Okay. So in the third stanza, what did he say is, I know not in what grow blossom flowers. So this grow means group of trees, right? So I know not refers to don't know. I don't know. This I stands for Rabindranath Tagore. So he says us that I don't know in what grow blossom flowers. Blossom. Flowers are getting bloom. So I don't know in which group of trees flowers are getting bloom. That maddened this soul with such sense that what is this that is the smell that comes from the beautiful flowers, that is bloom. So I don't know in what group of trees flowers are blooming, but the smell, the sweet smell that comes from the flowers is making me get mad. It's making me get mad. I'm getting mad with the smell of this blossom flowers. And in the next line, continuing, he says us that I know not the sky where the sun rises with such sweet smiles. I know not. I don't know the sky. I don't know the sky where the sun rises. I don't know in which sky the sun is rising with such sweet smiles. So when the sky rises, normally in the morning when we come out of our home in the early morning, we feel a happiness, right? So he says that when the sun rises, I feel a happiness within me. It is making me to smile. So I smile automatically when the sun rises, but I don't know from which sky the sun is rising. Got it? And fine. In the fourth stanza, shall we go to the fourth stanza? Did you all understand the third stanza? Yes, in the third stanza he says us that I don't know in which group of trees flowers are blooming, but the smell is getting me mad, right? And I don't know where the sun is rising, from which sky the sun is rising, but I get a happiness when the sun is rising. And in the fourth stanza, my eyes were first opened in thy sight. Now he comes to the conclusion and he says us that my eyes were first opened in thy sight. Normally, as we open our first sight, which means when we open our eyes first, we see our mother, right? Maximum we see our mother. So he says that here he mentioned his mother, which means he's mentioned his motherland as his mother. So he says that my eyes were first opened in thy sight. Thy means your. Good. So my eyes were first opened in your sight, and they will be closed finally upon that very sight. Not only while opening my eyes, but when closing my eyes also, I will be seeing only you. So when my eyes opened first, I saw your side, and when they close finally, I will get a look at you, and my eyes will be closed only in your side. Understood? So in the fourth stanza, he concluded that not only, which means the first opened means birth, and closed finally means he mentions about his death, right? So he says about his birth as well as his death. Even his birth is in the motherland, his death is in the motherland. So when he opened his eyes, when his birth was there also, he saw his motherland. Even at the time of closing his eyes, which means during the time of his death also, he sees his motherland. Got it? Understood, children? Okay. So children, we have come to the end of our poem. So shall we summarize the poem from the beginning to the end once? Okay, fine. So what's the poem name? Poem name is Bless This My Birth. Who has written this poem? Yes, good. So Rabindranath Tagore has written this poem. Okay, fine. So what's the theme of this poem? Good. So the theme of the poem is patriotism. So he expresses his love towards his own country. So how much he loves his own motherland, he expressed in this poem. What did he say in the first stanza? Good. So he said us that he feels thus about He feels blessed about his life. Why? Because he loved his motherland. Good. And he also continues that he doesn't even know whether his motherland is rich or poor. But he knows only that he wants to be in the shade of his motherland. He wants to be safe in the shade of his motherland. So in the next stanza, he suggests that in which grove flowers are blooming. In which group of trees flowers are blooming. But he knows that the smell that comes from the beautiful flowers is making him mad about the smell. It is making him to get impressed with the smell itself. And in the next line he says that he doesn't know when the sky the sun is rising, but he feels an inner peace when the sun is rising. In the morning, in the early morning when he comes out and sees the beautiful sun, he can feel an inner peace within himself. So, in the last paragraph he says that he mentions about birth and death. So he says that when I open my eyes first, refers to his birth. When I close my eyes finally, so it refers to his death. So when he opened his eyes first, he says that I saw you, which means that he saw the motherland. When he closes finally, which means during the time of his death also, he saw his motherland. Understood? So, how much he loved this country, how much he wants to be in this country, the love that he had for his own motherland, and he wants to be in the shape only of his motherland is expressed out in this poem. Right? So, I hope you all understood the poem. Okay, so continuing with our lesson, we have something important to be known in English, that is emphasis. What is an emphasis? We are going to learn what is an emphasis. Right? Okay, let me read once. Emphasis. The particular importance or attention that is given to something. Let me read again. The particular importance or attention that's given to something. The normal order of words in a sentence is altered for emphasis. Just listen to this very carefully. The normal order of words in a sentence is altered for emphasis. So you must be knowing what is emphasis now. The particular importance or attention that is given to something. So when you force something, when you give attention to something very important. Alright, the normal order of words in a sentence is altered for emphasis. So this sequential order will be changed for just completing this sentence in few sentences. That is called emphasis. We will be seeing an example to make a better understanding. See this example. My birth is blessed. Normally when we say my birth is blessed, what's the name of our poem? The title of our poem is Blessed is My Birth. Right? So the sequential order is changed over here. The same here. My birth is blessed. Normally when we say that my birth is blessed. Yes, my birth is blessed. But when we use emphasis and convert the sentence, we say that blessed is my birth. So the sequential order of the sentence is altered for giving another meaning. So the same meaning will be given, but the order of verbs will be changed. See the next sentence. Sweet are the uses of adversity. Sweet are the uses of adversity. When we change the sequential order of words and alter it, we get the uses of adversity or sweet. Both gives the same meaning. The meaning doesn't change, both gives the same meaning, but the order of words will be altered for giving us a better understanding using emphasis. Hope you have understood what is emphasis, and we will be going to the next session. So, now we will be coming to the activity of our session, right? So, this kind of activity only you are going to get for today's class. Just see this once and try to understand what it is. Yes, it is a word verb, right? So in the word verb, you are not going to get the exact word verb. I will be giving you another word verb, but this is just one example that you should understand what is word verb and how to write it. Okay, in the center, at the center I have mentioned motherland. Just an example I am saying you, it is motherland. So when you think of some words, normally when you think of some words, you will be having some instance to remember, right? So when I think of this word motherland, immediately as soon as I see this word motherland, here. Then, when I take the word India, what is special in India? Right, beautiful cultures that we follow here. So many cultures, different cultures are being followed in India, right? So, when I think of India, I immediately think of all the different cultures that is followed in India. So, I have written culture here. And next, what is the specialized? Yes, good, national symbols. We have so many symbols, that is nationalized symbols for our country, right? So, India has many national symbols. So, I have written national symbols. So, when I think of India, I used to remember immediately culture, national symbols, and what else? I used to think of the unity that we have within ourselves. Whatever the states we are from whichever the states we people are, we used to gather in a place where we work for or where we study. So, we are all united. We are all united just with humankind. So, when I think of my motherland, I remember my motherland, that is India, and India has so many cultures, different cultures in it, and it has many nationalist symbols in it, and India is a united country. India is a united country. So, like this, you will be having a word book that will be given with a word at the center, and by seeing the word, by seeing the centralized word, what do you think of? So whatever comes to your mind, you can just finish off, right? So I hope you have enjoyed our today's class. Let's move on to the next part of our class, that is homework and assignment. Okay, children, we have come to the end of our session, that is assignment and activity. So for your homework assignment, you will get reference to the context and reframe the sentences using emphasis. So, write the reference to the context and reframe the sentences using emphasis. So, for reference to the context, you will be given few lines, and from those lines you will be asked questions. And for reframing the sentences using emphasis, some sentences will be given. By reframing means by using emphasis you need to reframe the sentences and give an alternative order for the sentences. That is called reframing the sentences using emphasis, right? And the next one is activity. So complete the word book and send it to the WhatsApp number. Okay. So complete the word book is the word book that we have seen for example. Not exactly this. For this centralized word, you will be given some other word. You by seeing the word, as soon as seeing the word, what do you all remember? That you need to fill up, and I want you to complete in your class